the little kitty say?
It's the Catastrophic Comedy Show. Tonight, Hila The Killa, Zalika Parsons, Guitler Raphael, Eric-Schmalenberger as Miriam, Samy Dees, and I'm your host, Dropkat. The Catastrophic Comedy Show is recorded in front of a live Zoom audience. Meow, the Catastrophic Comedy Show is powered by tips. Send your tips directly to the comics by Venmo. Tip me at Dropkat if you like the show and you want to see me produce the next episode. And meow, your first comic, Hila The Killa.
Hello.
What up? Do you see how I entered? You know, I'm coming onto the stage, I'm in a comedy club. I'm really taking this seriously. I haven't never done this before. I've also haven't done any stand-up in a long time, so forgive me. I brought a microphone. I'm ready, super ready. Thank you so much, everybody, for taking the time, staying at home, and opening your computers. I know it must have been really hard to put on your shoes and get all the way over here to this Zoom room, but you made it, and you're here. Rain or shine in the digital space. Wow. Okay, now I'm only seeing myself. I'm going to go to gallery view. Okay. Wow. I'm a little nervous, too, actually, because, like I said, I haven't done this in a while. And so, I'm trying to do this thing where you're, imagining people in their underwear, except in this case, I think a lot of people are probably in their underwear, and I just can't see them, right? Who's only wearing their underwear right now?
I'm wearing everything except my underwear.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's what I should be doing. I don't know why I'm wearing underwear right now. That's silly. That was a big mistake. Big mistake. Have you ever put on underwear and were like, big mistake? Shouldn't have put on underwear today. Why did I do that? That's how I feel sometimes, especially when I have a certain kind of poop pattern happening and I'm wearing thongs and it's just I regret it because I get this reminder that my asshole isn't clean and I haven't cleaned it enough. And even though I thought I cleaned it enough, it turns out that I didn't clean it enough. And that's the worst part, is that I know how lazy I am about cleaning my asshole. And then Nate will be like, let's have sex. And I'll be like, I'm sorry, but I haven't cleaned my asshole and I'm aware of it. I have to go clean my asshole. And then we can have sex. All right, I did not expect to do this much time on asshole cleaning, but all right. Definitely was not on my little set list. Okay, what is happening? Excuse me. This is every comic's worst nightmare. My set list is disappearing, becoming the brick wall that's hiding me. Okay, I love this prop. I feel like I'm really in it right now. Okay, so I grew up in Soho. Anybody here grew up in Manhattan or New York City? Ooh. Yeah, what up? Soho is a very it was very gentrified early on in the 90s and early 2000s. It used to be a bunch of art galleries, and then it became a bunch of fashion stores. But I used to be really upset about it. But now I see it as just this amazing lesson in Buddhism and Zen philosophy, because nothing will teach you the lesson of impermanence more than your favorite bodega turning into a Crocs store. There's nothing more tragic than that, these guys, they would sell me alcohol when I was 18, because when I was 15, I had a fake ID that said I was 18. So by the time I was 18, they thought I was 21. So they were great, have this drinks, and then it turned into a Crocs store and everything was shit. I don't live there anymore. I live in Bushwick now, where I'm not 17 or 18, but Bushwick is dope. The other thing about the other really poetic gentrification moment was when the post office became the Apple store Like, talk about like really challenging, you know, like it's so perfect, right? Like how many, whoa, echo. Okay, how many like Apple stores were post offices? Like think about it, like the analog, like the digital taking over the analog in the most poetic way. COVID is weird. Case in point, this show, no offense, this is amazing. Like, no, Dropkat, you did it. This is the dopest shit ever. I don't mean, it's not like bad. It's just very strange. I feel like I'm in Black Mirror or like some other thing. Like, I don't know what's going on right now. I'm like very disassociated. And I'm like looking at myself doing this on this little screen, and I don't understand what's happening right now. Everybody's in their little squares, their little gray squares, and like, I don't know, I like almost just want to freestyle and like rap about your names or some shit. I don't know what's going on. But here I'm here to do comedy, so let's just laugh and have fun, right?
Comedy!
Yeah, very
I mean,
big
okay,
fan.
let's talk about this for a second. Like, hugs are like the new drugs, right? Like, think about how people are like offering hugs right now. It's always like at this party you're not supposed to be at. You're wearing masks. Somebody's like, "Are you hugging?" Wait. Are you hugging right now? Oh. And then they like open their jacket and you're like, oh, that's where the hug is at. Okay. Like start hugging each other and then it's like, wait. Like, and then when you hug, it does feel like the most amazing thing you've ever experienced because like when's the last time somebody touched you, you know? like that, you know, whoever, like how many, you know, I like hugging. So when someone hugs me, I feel a flush of endorphins in my body, like doing drugs. And then you do bumps and you lick each other's faces, like whatever. You're not supposed to do any of that. But I'm just saying the gateway hug, you know, to all the other things. All right, we're moving on. Penises. I think I'm going to close out with some penis stuff. Who likes penises?
Yeah.
I'm a very big fan.
Wow, based on the audio experience, I feel like everybody here is really into penises. That's my take on the audio that I hear. I'm going to say people love penises. I love penises. I kind of wish I had a dildo. Why don't I? What the hell's wrong with me? Okay. But I do. I like them. I just don't have any like replicas in my house. But I love penises. I love talking to them. I love looking at them. I love drawing them. I love drawing on them with Sharpie. I love dressing them up in like little outfits and like creating little plays, you know, with them where they're like, penis, 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 penis. Like I just love penises. I love everything about penises. I love dick pics. Like, please send me your dick pics. Like you know, it doesn't even have to be your dick. It can just be like a dick that you picked from the internet. You know what I mean? Like your top 10 dick pics. Send them my way. I'm super into them. Really like them. I just like to see the composition. I like to see if like the person is like trying to measure their penis and what object they use to measure it. You know what I mean? Like it's always like an Axe deodorant, right? Or like a remote control, okay? Or like a Monster energy drink. That's like a big favorite, right? Or like if it's a AA battery, I'm cool with that too. You know, whatever. Like whatever you got at home and measure your penis. Also, because like I really love little penises. I think little penises are dope. I wrote a song about little penises. Yeah. Okay. If you have a little penis here, go ahead and like show your video for a second and just flash it. Maybe I should ask for that. You know what? Just like whatever. Just send me the dick pic of your little penis. I'm super into it. I love little penises. I love big penises, but I love little penises. I have a theory that little penises are just like great because, you know, I mean, there's a lot of reasons. Okay, one of them is that like deep throating is not even an issue. Anal sex, super easy, and also like the clenching feeling that you do in their vagina, that leads to an orgasm sometimes. Yeah, that really didn't go as I thought it was gonna go, you know? I haven't done that joke in a while. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. Because the reality is, what I'm really trying to say is that little penises deserve love. Like, there's a lot of different ways to have sex with people. And, you know, penetration is not, like, the main course. Like, I had sex with a person who had a really giant penis, like, really big. And it was a little too much. Like, it kind of stole the thunder. You know, like I was like, it's all about your penis. But then I had sex with a little penis, and it was great because there was all other shit going on. You know, bondage, foreplay, whatever. And yeah, penises are dope. Oh yeah, and I also think that cocksuckers are great. Cocksuckers are the future. You know what I mean? Like in general, anybody who's like eating pussy or like sucking dick or like just going down, like licking each other's bodies. Yes, like do stuff with your mouth. You know what I mean? I think cocksucker should be like a fucking compliment you give people. You're like, hey, you're a cocksucker. And they're like, thanks, I am a cocksucker. You know, like my grandma was a cocksucker. She's a very nice, generous woman. Like, she definitely sucked dick. You know what I mean? Like, grandma was the best cocksucker ever. All right, thank you so much. That was my time. I'm Hila The Killa. Instagram, you know, whatever. Love me. Give me all the attention and validation in the world. I love you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Love you. Love you.
Bye.
Thank you, Hila The Killa. Meow Kitties, send her tips and cute little notes at Hila The Killa on Venmo. And meow, your next act, Zalika Parsons.
Oh, that's me. That means I have to nicely be prepared. Hi. Like my glory hole? It's amazing.
Yeah.
Technology is wonderful. All right. I feel like I'm on... yeah, I got a beard now. I feel like I'm on the weirdest like conference call of all of my friends and old coworkers. I'm just like, what is going on? But I'm kind of here for it. So my name, if you didn't know, is Zalika Parsons. Hold on, one of these earphones need to come out. I feel like I'm underwater. There we go. Can everybody hear? We're good? We're awesome? We're 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
Perfect. So my name is Zalika Parsons. If you didn't know, I was a full-time drag queen, but now I'm a full-time caveman, which is great.
All
This is
right.
the itchy as fuck, but it's fun. I thought I'd take after our president and become a caveman. Aw, I'm sorry I probably offended the caveman community by saying that, so I do apologize about that. But as a caveman, you know, you gotta learn fire good, lying bad. That's how we know our president isn't a caveman, which is fine. I'm happy to be here, and by here I mean at home, not in front of a group of people and in a tight little space. Being home is good right now. I've got to be so lazy, which is fun because, as you may already know, I'm a very lazy person. So being at home is really nice and comforting. But I'm also happy to realize that being home, my like bills and shit are piling up, so I don't really have a job. My job income right now is kind of like Trump's taxes, very low. So I need to work on making money. And to do that, I need to go on a job hunt because I'm now on the Helen hunt for a job. I realize the unemployment is as good as it gets, and what women want is a job. Helen Hunt jokes. Hey. Kids, you know who Helen Hunt is. Yeah, it's really hard going back into the workforce after being a full-time drag queen for so long because you have to make this thing called a resume. Don't know what that is, but I went back on Indeed and learned that you need one of those for a job. So I was trying to put a resume together, and I was like, well, I used to drink on the job, so I'm a good multitasker at least. And people flirting with me means that I'm a people person. And, you know, plugging my Venmo just shows that I'm good with technology. But when they asked me, they're like, oh, well, what was your old job? And I was like, I can't just tell them that I did lines in the bathroom with people. So I just said, I'm in public relations. And they bought it. But what I've learned is that Indeed is actually quite like a job brothel. Because in the sense that there's like 100 jobs and everyone wants you to shove your resume in their face. But then I also realized that it's useless like a man because out of 100 jobs, only 3 of them will offer you an interview. So it's kind of like, get it, brothel? I'm funny. So after being on Indeed for, which seems like 15 years, which was only 2 weeks, I was offered 3 job interviews. The first one was through Chick-fil-A. Hold for applause, hold for applause, hold for applause. I know Chick-fil-A, but people who hate gay people more than I hate doing stand-up comedy. It's great. So
Chick-fil-A.
Their job interview was quite fun. They were like, here's the pitch for the job interview. You're going to go in a tiny little room with a group interview with 20 people. But don't worry, you could feel comfortable to take your mask off because we want to show you that we're relatable. So I didn't go to that interview. So after that, the second interview was Michael's. I really wanted a job at Michael's because, as you know, I'm a faggot, and faggots love glitter and sparkly things. So I said, this would be perfect.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Is he frozen? Zalika!
I gotta be honest with you on this. I got something. I was itching and nervous. I kind of looked it was really bad. I looked kind of like I was cracked out, like one of the Trump children's at the DNC conference, just really freaking out and agitated. But the minute I said that I was a drag queen, they were like, okay, you could start tomorrow. So I got one job. I was like, that's great. But they were only hiring part-time, so I had to go to the next interview, which was at Best Buy. I don't know how technology works clearly because I think this earphone's working, but let's pretend I know how technology works. So I said, let me go on the interview, it'll be fine. They wanted to do it on FaceTime, so I was like, great, that means I get to wear a crop top button down and I can be naked from the waist down, which is the way I like my interviews to be handled. So the guy conducting the interview was like, we're going to call you in 2 minutes. I was like, great, cool. So I had everything ready, lighting perfect, whatever. I turned the thing on expecting he was going to be Best Buy. They know how to use technology. And I shit you not, this is the view I get. Hello? 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 I was like, yes, hello, I'm here. How are you? And he's like, oh, good. Good. All businessman-y, like. So all the questions were easy. You're a people person, blah, 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 all that. The last question, he's like, this is the most important question. I was like, I got this. It can't be too hard, whatever. He was like, what's your favorite baseball team? And I was like, well, and then I was like, wait, you've been training to be a caveman. So I went deep down and I thought of my caveman training and I thought of how fire is good and lying is bad. But in that moment, I just remembered, you're a New Yorker, lie your fucking ass off. And I just said the Mets. And apparently that was the right answer. And I got hired. So now I have a job at Best Buy.
Yay!
And that, my
Congrats!
friends, is how you survive the apocalypse.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. But that's how you survive the apocalypse. Thank you for going on that journey with me. This is the weirdest fucking thing I've ever done.
Yes, it is.
But that being said, I did the future and stand up. Give me your money anyway. And thank you, Dropkat, for having me. And god damn it, I'm done with this. This is the weirdest thing, Hila.
It is. It's
You
weird.
made it
Now
look
that we're
so fucking
past
It's
easy.
it.
weird. It's real weird.
I like
we're
it,
on the other
but it's
side.
weird.
It's the best.
So
I'm not mad at it. It's
forward.
weird.
Thank you, Zalika Parsons. That's right. Zalika was a drag queen. She hasn't been able to work since the Rona. But if that set made you laugh, well, she just worked on your face. So, tip her at tipthedragqueen on Venmo. And meow, the worst introduction Dropkat has ever given anyone ever, live during the recording of this show.
Guitler, I had what I needed to say on screen before, but now I don't. But I just want to introduce you. Just say, this is Guitler. Okay? Sorry about...
Is that the intro?
Yeah.
Oh!
Better than mine.
I'm totally overwhelmed here. And, yeah.
All right. Hell yeah.
We might need to do a host next time. I don't know.
That was thank you. That was great. Thank you for having me on the show. Yeah, give it up for your host. This is cool. Yeah, we got a family. We got oh, all right. I did say I was ready, and I am. I'm not lying about that. I promise. I'm not lying. I'm actually. It's a little weird for me because I'm actually out on the West Coast right now, and this is like it's still daytime outside, and I don't even like talking to people while the sun is out. You know what I mean? So I'm glad for the little bit of separation for that, but I'm being a little awkward right now. I'm out here in Inglewood. Right now. I had to get out. I was living in a basement apartment in East New York, and we were there. My wife and I, we was there till like in lockdown for like 6 months, and then we started talking to each other while we weren't in the room, but quietly. You know what I mean? And I don't know if everything that was said it got to the point where basically we needed to get out of there. It was like I would hear things and I would be like, hey baby? Is that are you okay? And it'd be weird things. And I would think she was watching like Paranormal Activity or something. And I was like, all right, we got to get out of there and get some sun. So yeah, we've just been here for like a month and a half now. I'm looking around, looking for stuff to talk about. Hey, you guys did make it look easy, and that was amazing, both of y'all. Sorry, your names are right there: Hila The Killa and Tip the Drag Queen. That's
Zalika Parsons.
That's a great name. I've been talking. Are we talking to like our families more, like checking in and everything like that? I feel like that's the case. If even if it's not, if you're on good terms with your family, I don't want to make anyone feel bad. But if you're on good terms with your family, I feel like now is a good time to be talking with them and everything like that. Except I don't know if it is, because I have been, and I'm learning a lot. Like, I learned my dad's a complete asshole even when shit is turning terrible. But only to me, he's a kind person.
Oh no!
But he'll just be like I'm like, this is like here's the thing. I kind of like I learned that people who know money, which I'm not one of them, when there's a catastrophic event, they kind of look at it as a chance to like make some more money, right? So I was like, I learned that, and then I was like, all right, let me do that. Let me try to do that to just, try to be responsible for once or something. So I'll call my dad and ask him for advice, and he'll be like, oh, you should have thought of that before you went to Vegas for 2 months for no reason. I'm like, Dad, this ain't the time. This is not the time. You should have thought of that before you decided. You should have thought of that before you decided to become a comedian. People are dying, and you come to me shit like about this right now. It's great. Oh, by the way, yeah, we're from Alabama. If you can't tell by the accent, and no, we're Haitian. We're Haitian.
Like what?
I don't know accents. I've been talking to my mom a lot. She's by herself, so like my sister checks in on her as much as possible, but she works in the hospital. But my sister works in the hospital, so it's tough. So like me and my other sister are just calling constantly, and that's a different thing, because I'm learning that like maybe those two people shouldn't have had kids. Like she's telling me stuff from when I was younger. She's like, when you were 6 months old, I used to feed you non-alcoholic Guinness, condensed milk, and a raw egg to help you go to sleep.
What?
Yeah,
That's a choice.
that is the appropriate reaction. What? Yeah.
I'm gonna try it out.
So I mean, it helps. It helps. Here's the thing. Like a raw egg. That's like a raw egg and a beer is what Teamsters like drink before they go and work a 10-hour shift on the docks. Like you don't feed that to a 6-month-old to help me go to sleep. Like it's why I can lift the couch by myself, but I can't take 3 steps without breaking into a sweat. Like that's not right. Like I don't know. I found that out anyway. Oh, you guys want to hear a joke?
Yeah.
All right, I wrote this joke specifically for this show. Okay, so this is the first time this joke has been told. This is not the first time it's been told, but it's the first time it's been told in this manner. So, I mean, this right now is the first time anything's been done in this manner. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do it in a I don't know, I'm going to do it. All right. So a guy's laying on his couch, all right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do it in this accent. So a guy's laying on his couch. He's talking out loud. He says, all right, so he's laying on his back, talking out loud to nobody in particular, all right? You don't see anybody. So he says, man, I've really treated my brain like shit. Like seriously, think about it. Imagine you walk into a computer repair shop and you say, hey, can you fix this? And then the repair guy says, I'll try, but what's been going on with it? And then you go, well, I've been pouring whiskey onto it every night for a while. And then back in high school, I used to put it into a container and slam it up against other laptops and containers. And then the computer guy goes, get a load of this. He goes, why would you do that? Duh. To get girls to like me, of course. Jesus, kid. Anyway, I would do that to the laptop and then would sometimes, when I would get bored, slowly cut off circulation to the laptop and let it fall to the floor dead weight, So, what do you think the computer repairman would say? That's what the guy says out loud. I have to think about that. Out loud to nobody. Then, there's a voice from the computer screen, right? And he goes, I don't know. You think it's worth it? And then the guy goes, yeah, you're probably right. That's probably something he would say. And then it cuts to, and then you look, and it's a virtual therapist going, huh? Nah, give me a minute. That was a long-ass story, but I'm just checking on your insurance right now.
Yo. What was
that? Thank you guys for sticking with that. That was a terrible joke, but it was fun. You got to see me do an awful joke, and everybody enjoy the rest of your time. Enjoy the rest of your choice. This was cool. But whoever liked it, thank you.
Hey.
Yes, you're awesome.
You're great.
All right, everybody, give it up one more time for Guitler.
Yeah, what up?
Kitties, if that made you smile, send Guitler a virtual hug and tip him at Guitler-Raphael on Venmo. And meow, one of the oldest, most decrepit creatures to walk the earth, the most smelly of all smells, the reason you get up in the morning and have no idea what's going on, Miriam.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Hello, Miriam.
Hi, everyone. Hello. So I've never really attached much with the word comedy. I've always thought of myself more as a poet, as a real as a window of the muses into the world. And so I thought, and as a political person, and so I thought about where we are today and what today was, and today is a stupid holiday. Today is a very stupid holiday for that Columbus, Mr. Columbus. Him, it's so I thought what better way to celebrate this stupid man than to write a general letter to any man that you hate. So this is a letter that can be to an ex-boyfriend. It can be to a politician. It can be to Mr. Columbus or whoever, really. It's an open letter, and I will fax it to you after I've read it if you need to send it to anybody. So here we go. Dear piece of shit. You fucking it's got a lot of potty language. I know that in a woman my age it's not considered a great thing, but it's got a lot of potty language. Dear piece of shit, you fucking turd. Has anyone ever smelled or looked more like cabbage than you? I sincerely hope you apologize to your mother. Sniff a taint, ox cooter. Your asshole is a haven for misfits and pigeons. You fucker of trucks. Take your hand out of your butthole and get a grip. Try gripping on this piece of reality. You should be flogged with your own face.
Wow.
Your dick is the size, shape, and temperament of a grape seed. Your face is a mishmash of meat and mangy mutts.
Wow.
Your mind is a stinking dome of rotten egg salad. The apocalypse can't come soon enough for you. Neither can a man who climaxes in 4 seconds, dark fucker. I hate you a whole lot. Take a pill for fuckerness, fucker. When you were on the news, now it's getting a little bit more specific as to what's in store. When you were on the news, I can't allow myself to watch because seeing you on the screen makes me pee on the television. If you were a labyrinth, I'd be glad. Pie? Why pie? Because you remind me of my least favorite kind, rude berry. You mannerless fuck. I smelled like you once, and so I took a shower. Poetry does not afford me the syllables to interpret how horrendous I find you. And you owe me a new iPhone because I called you once on my new iPhone, and as soon as I heard your voice, I had to flush it down the toilet. This, of course, blocked up the house plumbing system, and my plumber, sexy Octavio, got so mad. He said, Miriam, why did you flush the phone? And I told him about you, and he said, I hate him too, but couldn't you have just drowned it in the bathtub instead? Now I'm grounded. When I hear your name, I punch myself until I'm unconscious. I'm very mad that the world is a place in which you can exist, but I've called 911 to try and change that. If you chopped off your legs at the knees and your arms at the shoulders, you still would not have done enough to atone for the anguish you've caused me. You are that bad. You are a cadmium overdose, a beryllium overdose, a lead overdose, a plutonium overdose, all at once. You are the worst metals and the worst non-metals. All of your elements suck. You smell like kipper snacks. And no one loves you. You are a lotion made out of sandpaper, a mouthwash made out of pee. You are a refrigerator made out of a campfire. You are irrelevant, wrong, rank, rampant, and rude. What's the ugliest thing you can think of? Wrong! It's you, fucker! I bought your soul on eBay, and now I commit crimes and charge them to your soul's account. I'm allowed to, because God likes me, and he hates you. In closing, I end this letter by saying, you make babies cry, you make me hurt. Please exit reality immediately. Love, Miriam. Just a little something I whipped up for an ex-boyfriend or a president.
All right, that was
Back to you, Dropkat.
Thank you, Miriam. Miriam doesn't accept Venmo, but her nephew Eric does. Together, they will buy groceries with the tips you give them and listen to Cat Stevens. Tip Miriam's nephew at eric-schmalenberger on Venmo. And now, last and certainly last, Samy Dees!
Yes, Samy Dees!
Yeah, give it up, give it up. All right.
I just flew in from the White House and boy, my arm's tired. We're gonna get the comedy virus tonight. Let's do a little crowd work. When I say comedy, you say virus. Comedy.
Virus.
Comedy.
Virus.
Comedy.
Virus.
All right, yeah. I'm all right now. I'm all right now, but last week I was in rough shape. I went to my doctor. You know my doctor, Dr. Vinny Bumba. He put a rectal thermometer in my mouth.
Delicious.
Oh, no.
Said no problem. It's a certified pre-owned thermometer. I say, what am I going to do with a certified pre-owned thermometer? He says, your thermometer is not wide enough. It's a good time to be in the small batch artisanal thermometer business. I'll tell you that much. I've been scaring a lot of people this week. I've been sniffing and just coughing like crazy. I don't have COVID. I've just been chain smoking and doing a bunch of cocaine. I gotta say, it's a good thing I got these ribs removed right before the pandemic hit.
What?
The fellatio is the #1 quarantine skill.
Yes. Cocksucker.
I got a patent on N95 condoms.
Yay!
But pandemic's taken a rough hit on my mental health. I told my mom I was suicidal. She said, "Prove it."
Oh shit.
Take my life, please, COVID-19. Hey. I just got COVID tested again. At this point, I don't know if I should laugh, gag, cry, or come. I got that thing up there. Yeah. Anyway, I tested positive for ketamine. If you want, you can Venmo at Samy Dees. I'm selling my boogers for $35 a gram. But my COVID test was great, but my top finished way too quick. Cheers. Comedy. I had no idea my septum was so deep. Oh, man. My septum is so deep. How deep is it? It's so deep. I got big septum energy. Yeah, I've been practicing for my COVID tests, so I went down to the shop and I picked up some nasal beads, I really like it. Mine's like big enough for like AAA batteries, now AA batteries, now 9-volt batteries. So I'm thinking I'm going to try a magic wand up there next. A violet wand. That's the one you want. Who here's been COVID tested?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The closest thing I can compare being COVID tested to, it's like being stuck in a time freeze on Salvia where just the whole universe stops and you're like, why is the air sharp? But at least we're out of that part of the pandemic, when it was like cool that everybody was like hoarding, So like there was that toilet paper shortage. So for this Halloween, I want to like be baller, I want to just wrap myself all up in toilet paper, and people are like, "Yo, what are you, a mummy?" And I'll be like, "Nah, I'm toilet paper." Or you can wear one piece of toilet paper and go as like slutty toilet paper. Well, you know what they say, even a broken toilet's right twice a day. Throwback. Can we all just appreciate for a moment, like when plastic straws were like the biggest problem in the world? Still running on that platform. Everything's fucked though. Nobody's gonna come help us out. But the UN, they're all like, "Oh man, all this talk of world hunger makes me hungry." You know. If you're not gonna be slutty toilet paper this Halloween, I'm gonna be the human bidet. So you know, come by my Halloween party. I'm just biding my time till COVID 20 comes out for the PS5, you know, get it in those ultra high def graphics. If there are any rare COVID collectors, I got a mint condition COVID 18 in packs, so hit me up on Venmo for that too. Yeah, I actually ran out of toilet paper during quarantine. So I just started using the CVS receipts.
Oh.
They call my dick the CVS receipt. No, they don't. Yeah, I don't know. I've had a lot of time, you know, with the COVID, so I've been inventing new sports. So now I'm into this new thing where I'm like popping wheelies. You know, like you get a city bike and you pop a wheel and then like you eat some veal, pop a wheelie, yeah. It's gonna be huge on TikTok. I'm gonna end it on that. Y'all have been great. I love you. What a crowd.
Love you.
I'm on the Venmo at Samy Dees. Give me 1 sec.
We're giving him 1 sec.
I'm going to put my cat Xerxes Double Falcon through college. He just got into Yale. It's all online, and I still can't afford it. So I'll help a Sphinxy out. Thank you all. You're incredible. Thank you to the audience, to our wonderful host, DJ Dropkat, and all the comics tonight. All the love in the world your way.
All right.
I love love.
That was Samy Dees. Tip him at Samy Dees on Venmo, and he will send you his boogers. Thank you all. Send your tips to the comics. Tonight we had Hila The Killa, Zalika Parsons, Guitler Raphael, Eric-schmalenberger as Miriam, and Samy Dees. If you want to see more episodes like this one, send me a tip at Dropkat on Venmo. If you want to be on the show or you would like to be in the Zoom audience, email dropkatcomedy@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, kiddies! We'll see you next time.